Hello, I am Rockin. I'm here along with Robin Cyrex, and
Hey,
today we're gonna be commentating a race between Stravos96 and Snoy. So right now we have Stravos and Snoy both in the room, and Snoy, what do you think will be the hardest thing for you today?
Well, I will try to get a good run. Will be very to even have a chance to beat Stravos.
And Stravos, what do you think will be the hardest part of the run?
Pretty much everything, honestly. I just recently got a new controller, so everything feels just a little bit weird. So I'm pretty warmed up with it. I'm pretty used to it, but just in general, I feel a little bit awkward everywhere.
Yeah, adjusting to a new controller or anything different in the run can be a little bit tricky. But I hope that you both do well in your runs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So right now, Snoy and Stravos are just um, practicing before the run starts. Um, and um, yeah, is everybody ready?
I will be soon.
All
Stravos
right.
already left.
I can't reset yet because I'm in a cutscene.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like Snoy is just finishing up practicing the wooded boss, which can be hard, but
Alright, I'm gonna leave the call now.
Okay, so they are starting soon. We need to
yes.
wait for Snow though.
Yes, that is a very long cinematic of the multi-moon. All right, so looks like they're getting ready now, and whenever they're ready, we'll start.
Okay, so there is one thing we want to mention before the run starts, or right now as the run starts. Rockin and I, we're both newcomers. We're commentating the first time, so there might be a few issues or so.
Yes,
I hope,
yes.
I hope you
Although
understand that.
yes, I commentated for the any percent tournament, but that was in the summer, so I haven't commentated as much since. Snoy and Stravos have agreed to do that. Stravos can do 1.0 tricks, even though Snoy is using 1.2. And there goes Stravos.
Yeah, so Snow is a little bit behind.
Yeah, surely they'll fix that.
Yes. Trevor's making no mistakes. That's really
Stravos was once the I'd say cap god. Like he had the fastest cap by far. He had a very low 220. Um, so he was really in his prime back
okay. So
then when in terms of Cap Kingdom.
yeah, Snow is not going for the first person mode manipulation. It isn't that big of a deal since he has
Yeah,
a
because
good
that's kind
start.
of a trick that you don't really need to learn until you have a very good time, like Stravos does. Snoy is doing some frog vectors, and Stravos is doing left side. Let's see if he makes it. And he uses an up throw strat, and he makes it. Left side is one of the hardest jumps of the run, and it's done very early in the game. And he does score you a topper, executed very well. And that is a very good cap. It looks like a 221 or a 222.
Okay, yeah. Snow.
Hello. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, sorry about that. Coming in last minute because of a MIA commentator. Both of these guys starting out in this any percent tournament in Cap Kingdom, of course.
Okay.
Now, how was the topper fight between Stravos and
It
Sznoi?
was really good. His whole cap was really good. And yeah. Snowy getting like a 230 or so. Again, they're not synced up, and Stravos has an advantage because he's on 1.0.
And going for a wet moon skip here. Clean
for
execution.
the wall jump plus really clean.
Beautiful movement so far. And Sznoi with that real nice movement for 1.2. Let's see how the Madame fight goes for Stravos. Gets that first grab very handily. Kind of hard to miss that one. But these
Yeah.
next two can be a bit trickier.
Okay, he got it real clean.
Going ahead and picking up a few coins on the way. I'm assuming that he does the Sand Kingdom route that skips the Sphinx.
Wait, are you talking about Snowy?
Stravos. He was collecting coins during the Madame fight.
Yeah, I don't know. He's on 1.0, so we don't know yet. Probably. I don't think so.
In that case, he's probably going for Sphinx Clip then.
Oh yeah, they're syncing it up at the moment. Okay, so they're synced now.
And we see the comparison between 1.0 and 1.2, one of them leaving as the other is entering that Madame fight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, pretty simple kingdom here and clean execution on all of the tricks from both of our players so far. Stravos, of course, having to go for that moon under the bridge, while Sznoi... Oh, both of them opting for...
Snowy goes for a little slower meta boot strat, which is safer though, without doing the shake hit. Oh, Stravos getting a really clean chest flip.
Yes, very nice replacement for that first moon.
Yeah, Stravos made like no mistakes in this race so far. Let's look how it's going.
It's definitely a good way to start, but I mean, they're really just getting into the meat of the run in Sand Kingdom. This is really one that can cause a lot of early problems in a lot of places.
Okay, Snowy leading Cascade. Dude.
I'm definitely looking forward to just how these guys are going to handle sand. In particular, if Stravos is taking advantage of Sphinx Clip in 1.0, and also just how both of them handle the bird, if they're going to opt to do it late or early.
Yeah. I think Snowy is going for Sphinxless since he's on 1.2. We will see that soon though, if he's taking the bridge early. Okay.
Ooh, beautiful entry into that bottom room from Stravos.
Whoa, what was that spin count? That was insane.
Yeah. And it's those little things that really add up over the course of the run. All the little bumps that you can do just in any little transition area like that. Ooh, very clean expose on that moon. Man, it's definitely hard to tell what exactly the top of that dune is. When you get on top of it, it just starts looking like a giant mound of clay.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's going for like a different archway strat than everybody else does, and Snow is going for bird early, so probably Sphinxless.
Yeah, that would definitely us going for Dram strat here. I'm thinking he's got that. Yep, very clean Dram strat. Saves a good chunk of time.
Getting a fast dive after the home capture too. So this one's going really good for Stravos so far.
Ooh, Sznoi with a little bit of an issue pounding that moon out of the dune, but goes ahead and recovers pretty quick. Stravos, ooh, with that
Really
beautiful
good
first
spin
try.
pounds.
That was amazing. His control stick's got to be feeling the wear at this point. Oh, Sphinx clip. Ooh, and a first try Sphinx clip. That is pretty good, especially for a race. I mean, at this point, he's really just widening his lead over Sznoi, who's also choosing not to go for Dram strat, and honestly, I don't blame him. It's pretty difficult to get that speed right.
Oh, Snow having a little bit of an issue here with the time. Okay, going for bullet bill manipulation. I think he got it. If he does the rest of the now. Okay, yeah, he got bullet bill manipulation.
Yeah, so definitely not losing as much time as he could have to that Dram strat. But pretty interesting comparison here. Stravos on the second bullet bill section as Sznoi is just hitting that pillar on his first.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice Jaxie skip into that treasure chest opening.
Yeah, I don't really understand why it's not birthday. That's okay.
Ultimately not losing him a whole lot of time while Stravos going for the Cactus Moon.
Getting a good spin through and dive. And yeah, Snoi's actually going for Sphinxless. That's like the optimal route. I think it saves like 2 seconds. Stravos getting a good bird cycle and a good spin pound again.
This is just an amazing Sand Kingdom for Stravos.
Yeah.
You just got to go collect that
I
Notes
think he
Moon
made
now.
no mistake so far.
Yeah, looks like he executed everything
One
cleanly.
spin throw notes, that's really good.
Wow. That's pretty frequently unseen.
Yeah. Most of the top runners get 2 spin throws. Yeah, 1 spin throw is really rare.
Oh man, just I can't say it enough. Just beautifully clean Sand Kingdom from Stravos. He's for Sznoi to really catch up. He's gonna have to have a stellar performance in the next couple of kingdoms with Stravos going a bit against the trend that we've seen so far. I mean, I don't quite expect him to just start playing at a substantially worse level.
Yeah.
Ooh, narrowly avoiding the chasm. Very nice. Definitely not a time loss you want to take.
Oops.
Missing that on the first try, that's okay. That moon can be a bit sensitive at times.
Yeah. Okay, let's look how his notes go. Okay, getting that spin through, losing him like half a second or so.
No, 2 throw, not bad.
Yep. Didn't fall though, at least.
Oh, beautiful spin pound from Stravos. Let's see if he's able to get up that wall pretty handily. Oop. Very nice. And that speedy boost. Those Goombas giving him a bit of good luck this time. Sometimes they can just be right in your way and you can even capture them. And that's just a pain.
Yeah. Or you just can't get...
Is he going for late clip?
Okay, wow, that's... Getting it first try, oh my god.
In the middle of a race, the madman.
Oh my god. That's insane.
I cannot believe that. At that, as soon as I saw him stop in that corner, I was just like, no, he's not.
I feel like Stravos is actually going for a PB. Like, obviously, should always do that. But he's taking that really serious.
No doubt
Going
about
for
that.
all the crazy optimizations.
And if he can play like this for the next hour, I mean, he's got that PB.
Yeah. That might be hard.
It really just depends on his mentality. I mean, if he's got the right minds. Ooh, missing that pillar moon. That's okay though. I mean, the time saved from late clip more than makes up for that.
Okay.
Let's see how the fish jump ends up going. Going instead. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because he did late clip, he's doing the secret room.
Okay, so Snoi's having fish bomb there. That's okay though. It loses like 1 second or so, I would say at most. Getting that pillar moon first try.
Yeah, definitely not a substantial loss, but still not a loss you want to take. And you do also have to get the fish back up to full speed after, and that really becomes a problem in the Bablane tunnel. If you end up bonking a couple of times, it can cost you a lot of time. Opting for the wall jump, fish jump method.
Yeah, he lost a bit of height. That could have gone wrong.
Yeah, nice recovery from him though. Getting this topper fight pretty handily. I haven't seen those backflip strats before. Typically, you see runners do a ground pound jump and then a cap
Yeah,
throw.
I don't know. It's actually easier to do the ground pound in my opinion. But
yeah, you just have to remember to put a little space between the ground pound and the following jump.
yeah, but if people like to do that, that's no problem. It doesn't lose any time if executed well.
Beautiful rolling rock from Stravos and that rabbit grab. He's definitely feeling himself in this race.
Okay, try to do the first person talk. Didn't get it.
Nice triple jump going into the real meat of Wooded Kingdom here.
Good. Oh, good triple jump up the nuts. And going for a nut club, obviously.
Very clean nut clip there. My god.
Oh, okay, he did the out of bounds really good. It's really hard, so many people say the clip by itself is the hardest part. It looked like he was going for the triple jump, I'm not sure though.
Man, this is just a stellar Wooded from this guy.
Yeah. Real, like, the whole run was really good so far.
No doubt about that.
Okay, Sznoi going for a little bit slower strat at the beginning. It's still fine. That doesn't lose that much.
Quick maze from Stravos. It can be sometimes a bit hard to actually deal with the walker.
I'm not sure if Sznoi goes for a nut clip.
Stravos nailing poison jump extremely handily.
I actually don't expect Sznoi to do nut clip. But
Me either. I'm thinking he'll go the more traditional route.
okay. Okay, so he had a few issues with breaking the nut, not going for nut clip as we predicted. Stravos getting a clean FRS and doing the RCJ strat. That's kind of hard because you can mess up the timing pretty easily.
Yeah, Strava's going for a nice clean roll into that tower. Let's see how Sznoi handles his pipes. Strava's having to do the pipes at the end of this route.
Yeah. I think he will go for Spiritless. Actually, every top runner does that. Sznoi having a good pipes so far. Oh, okay. Yeah, he messed up there a bit. It's okay. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, getting the slow cycle there. Can definitely, I mean, that pipe section can be pretty brutal. Those fuzzies, and especially if you don't quite get the first half of it fast enough, the strat you have to use to exit is just, it's such a pain to time.
Yeah. Snow, Stravos getting a good, not though, broke it really clean. Snow, I don't know, this climb, I've never seen that actually. It's safer for him, I guess.
Stravos with a clean first half of his pipes. Let's see. Going for that more difficult exit, but it's not difficult for Stravos. Getting a very clean
Snow
first cycle.
accidentally jumping on the poison. Oh, he's trying to do the checkpoint to avoid the damage refill, but I think he lost more time with that than he actually saved.
Definitely kind of a weird one to see from Snowy, but let's just see how the back half of his wood it goes. Stravos going ahead and exiting, going into his first Bowser fight. Now, normally Bowser fights aren't really a huge deal in Odyssey runs, but I mean, in the case of Stravos, with the optimizations he's going to be going for, I wonder if he'll be able to pull off the second platform movement, where you get Bowser to just jump on the platform right next to him.
Yeah.
I wonder if
think
he'll.
we rarely see people messing that up, I think. Snow not going for FRS.
And I mean, getting a pretty clean climb to that moon, but yeah, a bit surprising to see a runner at this level not going for flower skip.
Snow got Stravos got the manipulation, I think. Yeah, he definitely did well.
Yeah, I believe I've heard somewhere that it is possible to manip him to jump to an even closer platform, but it requires a really precise angle on that
Oh,
spin pound roll.
He gets a 2 jump there, a 2 circle jump there. Still okay.
Going ahead and taking that intentional hit so he can just pop the hat right on himself.
Snow entering Spirit, not doing Spiritless as he did the old route without nut clip. Okay, so I think Stravos is on a good pace. I don't know his splits, but he hasn't made any mistakes yet.
Yeah, the
Let's
only
see
mistake
if-
I could really think of is that pillar mistake in Lake, but that cost him what, 2 seconds?
Probably less, I would say. Not sure. Let's see how Lost goes. That can be
Oh
many rounds.
man, that
meme
Cappy
tree.
jump off the meme tree, that was beautiful. I mean, I'm still a beginner at this game, but even going for the triple jump from right under the tree right next to it, sometimes it gives me a lot of trouble.
That movement to the moon there was really clean. Getting the
Spin pound roll on that
instant
thin
goal
platform.
cancel.
Just beautiful movement from Stravos right now.
Yeah. Seeing him being in a race would be really cool.
I'm thinking we might actually see it. I mean, going for that roll cancel there, just for that little bit of extra speed going off the Klepto platform.
Okay, breaking the rock there. Oh, getting a ledge grab that cost him like a second or two.
Yeah, but it says a lot to its ability that we're going in on such tiny things. I mean,
Oh,
he's
that is unfortunate. He actually accidentally threw his cap onto another torpedo, not getting cage triple then because of that, and
That's a
getting
shame.
damaged. That was like his first mistake in this run so
Taking a
far,
bonk
except
there.
for the lake thing.
Let's see if he can finish out Lost well.
Let's see
Not
if
sure if he's going for the
dam.
He is very nice damage list there.
Really good.
So I mean, at least it happened at the end of this kingdom, so he's got a bit of a chance to recover and just kind of take a deep breath, get his brain back in order, get all his tools back in the tool shed. But I mean, that's gotta feel rough.
Oh, Snowy missing the backflip there. Could back it up really good though.
Yeah, at the very least, he managed to get Bowser on that platform.
Snowy's not
No
going
jumps.
for the manipulation.
Same here. I mean, it's getting the single platform manipulation is pretty easy, honestly. Maybe he just doesn't think it's worth it for some reason, but I mean, at this
I
level,
don't
that'd be
know. Like, you can mess it up sometimes and lose time because you just don't get there in time. Like, you try to move the side further so you can hit him in the right angle, but then you mess up and probably lose more than you save.
right.
I do that sometimes. Taking like a second or two to walk the right spot. Okay, Stravos getting a good night mission so far. It's now getting the bit slower version of Meme Tree. Still well executed though.
Yeah, anything that gets Meme Tree first try is good in my book.
Oh, that was close. Okay,
Having to take a second to realign there.
Goomba jump.
Stravos going for the triple jump strat for the early cycle, and he gets it very handily. Nice early cycle to start off his City Hall. Now it's going to come down to the long jump at the very end. He's able to get that successfully. I mean, that's an amazing City Hall. That is what you want in your PB.
Yeah, that movement was what Snowy did there is really unique, I would say, because like everybody does different movements.
Ooh, accidentally getting the dive instead of the ground pound to lower that pillar. And he can't get in that hole for that moon while Stravos is
No.
going into his
I
Mecha
think
Wiggler
I
fight.
feel him. I did that so often. Oh,
Definitely.
Stravos getting a really good first cycle. Snowy taking damage there. I don't know if he did it on purpose or just because like he had to.
Yeah, I'm thinking he didn't like the angle that he was having the exploding the beetle at, and so
Okay, going for Stone Cage. It's not that much though. Like, I think in the comparison of BGP clips was like less than 0.5.
Snowy with a very handy moon grab there. I don't believe I've actually seen anyone take that strat, having to like pause a little bit in midair.
Okay, Stravos getting a really good 2-cycle.
Man, that was
Incredible.
his timing was just dead on. I mean, that's with how far you are away from Mecha Wiggler, it can be pretty hard to time those shots, even though you're pretty much aligned with just one area of his body. And if you miss that 2-cycle, it's definitely going to cost you. Snowy entering his own night metro as Stravos exiting. So now it's down to just seeing. I mean, it's Snowy has a lot of catching up to do. That's for sure. I mean, it's with all the things that Stravos is going for and landing very easily. I mean, he's got a lot of ground to cover at this point.
Stravos is a really good player. He stopped grinding a bit in the last couple of days because he got his sub down to a sub-hour and that was like his goal. And yeah, now he reached it and he doesn't do that much runs anymore. Snowy getting the climb really good. And Stravos getting a clean Sphinx. Good performance. Okay, Snoi's not going for Goomba jump. That's still okay. I think it loses like a second or so.
Stravos with a very clean hat grab on that. What the flicker pole? I mean, I'm not sure what the technical name is. Commentator not completely briefed on Mario Odyssey creatures.
Oh, Snoy barely getting that cycle. That was so close. That actually looked like he would win.
Wasting a little bit of time going on that outside of the pipe, but that's okay. Now let's just hope he gets that long jump as clean as Stravos, because if he doesn't, I mean, that may very well seal this race.
That
Oh! Comment. Ooh!
oh my god, that. Oh.
Commentator's
I've
curse
never
taking effect.
seen.
I've never seen that
do
recovery.
I didn't know why he went for that stretch. Like he could have made that so easily
Without giving himself and all the viewers a heart attack. I mean, jeez.
Yeah. Getting a good first cycle too.
Certainly not in terrible shape in his own Night Metro.
Yeah, even though he made a few mistakes, I think Snow. It's a good run for Snow.
No doubt, good runs from both of these players. Just
Yeah, actually,
Stravos-
he PB'd today by 10 seconds, with losing 50 seconds in Moon. That was really unfortunate.
Definitely a place you don't want to lose time, and especially something like Moonclip. I mean,
Oh, he's
occasionally
probably
it just goes
getting a
wrong.
free cycle. No, that's really unfortunate.
Oof.
That loses like 30 seconds, depends on how you pick it up. Because you can manipulate the microwave glass so he doesn't do any more like teleports, I would say. Yeah, he got it okay. He moved like for a second. It's really low on HP though. Oh, missing the bubble, the eye. I don't know what it actually is.
I'd say it's just the whole head segment, but I mean the real question is why does it need 5 brake lights on the front of its face? Ooh, Travis taking that bonk off the trash can. Gonna have to restart his roll there. Now we're gonna have to see how Stravis handles Snow. I'm sure he's gonna be going for Snow Clip, but that's gonna be.
It probably is, yeah.
I mean, that could give Sznoi a chance to catch up if he doesn't get that within the first few tries. But I mean, with his performance so far, and especially on Sphinx Clip, I'd say his timing is dead on today. Going a bit slow on his cap throw to pick up that light switch, I guess you could call it. A little lightning ball.
Okay, so not going for a scooter clip. Oh my god, I keep confusing those two. Oh, he's having issues with the RC car.
Yeah, ideally you just want it to be that clean forward and left arc, and then just kind of back it right in, but a lot of the time it doesn't really want to cooperate. Ooh, having trouble getting on top of that awning in order to bounce off of it.
Hey, so Travis entering Snow. I don't know if it was getting a good movement to Captain Topo.
What was that you said? About you weren't sure if it was intentional.
He fall down really early when he rolled towards Captain Toad, and I never see him doing that.
Neither have I, but ultimately I would kind of think it's intentional. I mean, he did land really cleanly on the path to Captain Toad, so.
Oh, taking a bump there, that's unfortunate.
Having to go with that alternate strat. It's a good thing he didn't knock down too many of those boxes. You can always get up there without the boxes, but you never really want to. Yup, going for Snow Clip. And definitely also going for Snow Dram at the end.
Yeah. That is without a doubt, I guess. Nope. Okay, not getting Snow Clip. Snowi having a good day metro so far. Like, he didn't make any mistakes. Sides are so far.
And that's definitely good to see considering the distance between these two players at the moment. Ooh,
Travis
nice
getting that
launch.
Lean triple jump.
That's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, the
Wow,
cycle isn't...
that strat is really risky. Because you just sometimes don't get your capture back if you do the first capture a bit too late. And then you're just screwed. You die or so.
And I mean, that purple goop is definitely something that really makes that level so much more difficult. I mean, I'd love it if it were just the ultra cold water from like Snowman's Land, but nope, they just had to go with insta-kill plane.
He's getting a really clean entry to that's like, I think that's close to BTT, if not it is BTT. Okay, he doesn't have the best RNG, but back it up a bit, so...
Yeah, ultimately making the best of that RNG.
Using the long jump to collect that moon, you usually see people bonking there to get the needed amount of heights. Getting a clean triple jump and collecting the moon. So yeah, he will go to the shop now.
Yep, and then proceed over to Snowdram. Meanwhile, Snowi getting nice movement, getting a first try on that Cafe Moon.
Okay, good menu from Stravos there.
Snowi with nice movement indoors there.
Okay. Hopefully we'll get Snowdram first try. What? That was a really clean setup.
Ooh, that was beautiful. Just that
Good
quick
execution.
little...
Vectoring like everything.
Yeah, just that quick little flick into first-person mode, and he's just zeroed in, just knew exactly where he was.
I take like, I don't know, 3 seconds or so to get the red alignment, and he just does one click, and he has the red alignment.
Yeah, definitely a risky one, but I mean, that, jeez, I'm still just in awe. Going into Seaside shouldn't be causing him too many problems at this level.
Stravos is like the Seaside god. He has every BTT segment besides one, so he shouldn't have that much trouble there.
No, not at all. I mean, just about the only thing that can give you a lot of real trouble
I'm
is
just
the notes.
wondering about something. Where did Sznoi get that many comments? I think he got the hint art in Metro. Really sure. Like he didn't go for hitting Captain Toad there. That is a bit unfortunate.
I mean, first he breaks open his little igloo shelter from the elements. I mean, he may have just written Captain Toad's death sentence. And then he just proceeds to smack him in the face for good measure. I mean, come on.
Sznoi entering Shiverio without major mistakes. Oh, Stravos taking longer. Oh, and another one.
Just can't get up there.
That's unfortunate.
To be honest, I do like a variation of Moonskip there. Like, there's a crack on the ground, and I just do a ground pound jump off that. And it seems to work
most
pretty
of the
well.
people do that.
Ooh, nice notes. Ooh, and he's going for that extra speed.
No,
Ooh.
that's.
At
Okay,
least
so
he got that first try.
that's-
Wow.
I was saying that he probably won't make any mistakes in Seaside, and Seaside was literally the only kingdom where he made mistakes.
Yeah. This is, I mean, it's not going well for him so far.
I think I jinxed it.
Commentator's curse in full effect this season.
Yeah, but not going for Rocket Flower Sludge isn't that bad. Sznoi going for Snow Clip, I think just over. But yeah, missing Flower Rocket Reset, a Rocket Flower Reset is really unfortunate because you do like that ground pound. But if you miss it, then it doesn't save you time.
Right. Although nice swimming through this tunnel here. Meanwhile, Snowy going a bit of a slower route to get that moon on top of the archway, but that's okay. Still grabbing it first try. Nice Dory grab. At least he's finishing out Seaside strong. But man, that definitely kind of hurt to watch, especially that those couple of bonks in that side chamber on the cliff. And to cap it all off, taking that little fish bonk on his way to the last moon.
Okay, so he might be ahead of his PB. I'm really sure.
It definitely depends on where his PB's time save mostly is, because I mean the early game was nearly flawless, but as it's gone on, it's gotten a bit sloppier here and there.
Yeah.
And on chat, on Twitch, the stream has a little bit of a delay, and I did see he did get the Metro Kingdom hint art.
Wow. So Sznoi is way ahead of his PB. I think his PB split was like 43 minutes and 30 seconds. Just needs to get that Rainbow Moon, and then he's probably like 1.5 minutes ahead or so. He might
Ooh,
fall.
nice salt pile triple jump. Man. Snowy with the alternative to Snowdram here. Doesn't lose too much time. Changes the routing.
He almost died.
Yep.
That's cost too much.
Definitely having to take a moment to realign and regain his composure.
Oh my god, that last go. I don't know how he didn't fall. No, Snow is actually 2 minutes ahead of his PB or so. Probably more. No, I'm not sure. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I messed something up. I looked at his snow split, but in his splits, his Seaside is first. So he's not ahead, probably.
Ah, kind of interesting routing choice from him then.
Yeah.
Getting a nice start to his luncheon with that spirit fight and the salt pile triple jump. So I think he's definitely taking a moment, taking a breather from that unfortunate Seaside Kingdom. Now, while these guys are both kind of in the intro of their kingdoms, I'd like to take a moment to shout out our sponsor, Vi.gg. They've been sponsoring this whole tournament as well as the other two currently running tournaments in SM64 and Super Metroid. You can go to their site and there's a special where I believe they'll cover your first bet up to 20 pounds if it is not a successful bet. You remember, you're not betting against the house. And I mean, the wages ultimately are contributing to the runner's prize pool. So definitely a worthwhile time. Go check it out, vi.gg/GSA.
Okay, so Stravos lost a bit of time there to collecting the wrong turnip. That isn't too bad though. Snowy going for the safer notes strat.
Yeah, definitely been much better of a seaside for Snowy so far. Nice
Stravos
grab on that.
Total
God,
wall.
yeah. It's like I knew the name started with a P, and I just.
Oh no, that's unfortunate. Okay.
It looks like he still has time to make the right cycle. Yep, fast up throws.
I feel like that cycle is really weird. Because you do the manipulation and then the thing starts moving. And it doesn't matter how long you take at the start, it will always be at the same position. At least that's what I feel like.
Right, I mean, it's. Ooh, very nice jumps up to the moon atop the crag.
He's going for a turnip flip.
Yeah, that cycle can be unforgiving, especially with the up throws. And I mean, I'm sorry, but I just wish those motion controls were optional. Because up throws, I mean, it's like you have to move the controller in a perfect lateral upwards direction, and it's just so unnatural.
He just got a really good turnip clip.
First try, like, no pressure whatsoever. Wow.
First try setup, Kobe.
Yep. Let's see,
That was
Kobe
really
and
close,
Yi.
though. His hammer bro is really close to not clipping, I think. Okay. Getting kind of a weird angle there for the cat. Still getting faults and Snowy leaving seaside now. So he should be like 30 seconds behind his PB now.
Yeah, which for a race is not that bad, but if he was hoping
Yeah,
to
and
this
as
race,
I mentioned earlier, he has 50 seconds of time saving moon.
So Snowy definitely seems to have made up a little bit of that loss in Seaside. Entering luncheon as Stravos is just leaving, so I'd say he's probably 6 to 7 minutes behind or so. What do you think?
I would, yeah, 6 minutes is a good guess. Like, he's entering luncheon as Travis is leaving it.
He's going for the backflip setup to get on top of that rooftop.
That's the second fastest stretch.
Hmm.
So it's alright.
I didn't actually realize that. I've been doing the ground pound jumps. I may have to go ahead and start practicing the backflip then.
Like, it's not hard. Ground pound is slower, obviously. Even a spin pound is slower than a backflip, so I would definitely recommend doing a backflip. Oh, not
Plus,
getting the roll cancel there.
It's okay, still pretty clean entry. Meanwhile, Stravos going into his ruined kingdom. Let's hope it doesn't ruin his time.
Oh,
Commentator not being paid for stand-up comedy today.
oh my god. There, you don't really see people messing something up there, but it could happen. Okay, Snowy beating the spew up there. Getting a good door entry. And let's just pray for him that he doesn't mess up this sucker, because it's really common that somebody takes damage there. Oh, but didn't take damage, but he bombed. hear me?
Yes.
I think I had an issue there. Like I couldn't hear you.
Huh.
I didn't.
that was
I didn't
odd.
hear you. However, everything okay now. Snowy going for a little bit slower strat there.
Stravos with his intentional hit, landing right on the nose of that dragon. Very beautiful. Until
Okay,
you really get the timing of that jump down to get right on top of the nose. I mean, that last phase can be kind of brutal.
Yeah, there is a faster strat for this, where you throw Cappy at like the one at the beginning, and then you position Mario in such an angle that when Cappy comes back, he immediately hit 2 of the swords, which first of all looks pretty cool, and I think it saves a decent amount of time.
Yeah, no doubt. You're saving that entire extra cap throw, and I mean, just that I can imagine that double clink sound in my head, and it just sounds so satisfying.
Yeah, you can actually get up to 3 with one cap throw. That's really satisfying. Okay. Sznoi doesn't go for the fastest forks, but still executing it well without major mistakes.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, as long as you go up reasonably quickly and really don't take any deaths, especially on that end. I mean, that jump looks deceptively simple going from the secret moon over to the actual exit, but there are occasions where, I mean, anyone can just end up messing it up.
Yeah, it actually always looks like, yo, it's the easiest jump in the world, but sometimes I just bonk.
Right? And that corner is so easy to bonk on too, the one with the metal fence.
Okay, so Snowy, I think he doesn't do it optimally. Like, he could have got the other hammer bro or pan bro. I think that would have been a bit faster. Because the hammer bro is moving really slow.
Yeah, I mean, they only have, like, I'm not really sure what the maximum speed is, but they really just have that jump for movement. There's not a whole lot else you can do with them.
That gem is really cool though, because you can whip mid-air.
Very clean first segment of Bowser Kingdom from Stravos. Although honestly, I mean, at the very beginning of that, at the very initial entryway, if you get a bump and then just hold L, don't press anything on the control stick and just roll. I mean, that intro is pretty easy. But going into that second segment with the pokies, going pokyless, and then with that giant, that triple jump, both of them can cause a lot of issues.
Snowy taking a bit slower movement there. He did a ground pound jump, which almost cost a bit of time because he almost got hit by the spiny. But Strings getting the dive back shot there, really good.
Yeah, beautiful movement from Stravos there. I mean, I can't help but be a little envious.
I don't really understand what that camera minute is for. I just heard it saves like 25. I never knew why they do it though.
Not sure if that capped on the end was intentional, but if it was, kind of interesting Cappy jump swag.
Okay. Okay, he's going for the slower strat. Still saving a bit of time with that. There's actually a newer strat where you spin pounds, and you can barely make it up there. Like, I tried it a few times and I didn't even get up with the just spin pound and dive. It's really hard. But that's like the optimal strat.
Amen to that.
I don't know if Travis is on TV pace. I'm not sure. He probably has time save.
I'd imagine so, especially, I mean, I'm not sure how his brutal fight in his PB is, but that's definitely a place a lot of people can save at least a big chunk of
I'm
time.
not sure, but I think he has like 15 seconds now.
Yeah, I mean, if he's been practicing the fast mech, then that's definitely going to save him some time.
I'm actually interested in what browser strats Sznoi goes for, since he goes for like safer strats. There aren't really safe strats which are still
Having a bit of issue with Snoi's stream right now. They will be back as soon as possible, but Stravos with a very clean topper fight. Now, I don't know about you, Robin, but personally, I think the order that you should handle those two brutals in is Topper, then Harriet. What do you think?
I actually don't care. I used to do Topper first, but I don't know, I just started to do Harry first.
For me, Topper's kind of the more difficult one, so it's just nice to have him out of the way pretty quickly.
Really? Like, I don't think they're difficult, I just hate Harriet. She's she's not hard, but she's just annoying as fuck. Oh shit. Oh. No.
Commentator with a little bit of self-censorship issue, but that's okay. Harriet is definitely a pretty big pain, especially like with the difference in timing of how she throws her bombs. You go all the way from the like 6 little side steps to down to 2, and it's definitely hard to like plan that manipulation exactly for each one.
I don't really understand the manipulation for Harriet. But
I've always tried to go at a slight oblique towards the right of her. I seem to have the best luck, especially on the 6 at the very first time that she throws the bombs.
So, Travis is probably like 10 minutes ahead of her, so.
If not more, I mean. Ooh. Very clean execution on that first spin pound. Let's see if he can keep that momentum going for the rest of this fight.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Okay, able to get Topper in the end.
Seen that Topper twice. It's still okay. It didn't fall down.
Nice spin jump landing back on top. Let's see if he saves Harriet for last or if he goes for that slight speed optimization.
I think he's good. Getting it clean. Let's get
I mean,
quiet.
just a oh, and that spin pound to finish off the brutal fight. Man, that could not have been much cleaner. I mean, aside from that little bobble on Topper, I really can't think of what would have made that fight better. And I think you're dead on with that 10-minute prediction, because it definitely looks, with Sznoi just entering Bowser Kingdom, it's definitely like somewhere between 8.5 and 10 minutes at this point.
Travis leaving Buzz there as Sznoi collects the second story moon.
Yep, now it's coming down to the moon for Stravos. Let's see what he's got this time around.
I'm sure he's on PvPs as Sznoi. Should be good. Yeah.
We'll see what strats Sznoi goes for in his shards.
I don't know. I think he goes for the same as here.
And not ending up getting the dive back, but that's okay. And a very nice, clean finish to his shards. Meanwhile, Stravos with the beautiful vectoring across the moon. Wow. Let's see.
That was really close to taking damage.
Nice grab on those two flowers, not having to go very far out of his way. And again, beautiful vectoring. Wow. Wherever he lost those 50 seconds before, he is gaining them back with
Doing this
interest.
spin pound mooncave skip. Oh, he's missing it, but that would have been really cool. That looked really fast.
Having a couple of issues with that ground pound, but
Yeah, but he did the ground pound jump at a not so good spot. Like, yeah, he was a bit more, no, not so high.
and I mean, it does speak to his skill, though, that when he did get that jump, I mean, he didn't even need to do that extra cap throw to land on the right texture for that wall jump.
Oh, getting that really risky spin throw strat. I tried it a few times and only got it once, so it can be really risky, and it looked really close to me. But yeah, did it.
Going for that photogenic opportunity with Bowser. And yeah, I mean, the opening of both of the Bowser fights can be just a tad awkward since, I mean, he's just throwing that cap at you, but Stravos makes no issue of it whatsoever. Such clean moves here.
Try taking damage at Topper.
But at least he does go ahead and get Topper's cap, skipping that interface. That's an interface you don't want to have to deal with, like right here.
Oh, he backed it up really quickly.
Yeah, very nice save. Now, I do have to take a moment to wonder about Bowser's intelligence level. Why is he choosing to fight Mario in the middle of this spiked ring cage? Like, I'm sure he had the main choice of venue. I don't think it was Mario's choice. It doesn't look like his style.
Yeah. Especially after he got beaten once in the same arena.
And you also have to wonder, what is the expense of holding those rings so high in the air? Or in this case, like, so just hovering in the middle of the moon. Ooh, nice 2 fireballs to kick off the escape sequence from Stravos. Very nice ledge walking there. And really good RNG from those meteors. Not one is coming close to him. He even manages to sneak a fireball in on that bridge.
Oh, it's not taking damage. As long as he doesn't fall down there, that's okay.
Yeah, that kill plane is so low. It's so costly to die.
So yeah, PBing will probably be hard for him. Because he got a really good one. Like for his skill level. In his PB, grabbing that checkpoint flag, it is kind of unnecessary. I used to do that when I was low at HP. Yeah, there is just another one up there, so you can just grab that. Okay, it's not entering the mech fight.
Having a bit of trouble getting up to Topper there. Or sorry, not Topper. Jeez, what is that one's name?
It's Rango.
Ah, right. It's the only one that doesn't make any sense. That's right. Stravos with a clean escape so far, breaking that first pillar on his first pass. He's on, I think that's a 10130 pace.
Yeah, Sznoi got a good execution of the mech after Rango. He got a good Gorgia strat proper. I think that's how it's called. He's going for slower strats, but safer.
Waiting until the mech stops its movement to go ahead and pound Spewer. Stravos with a 1:01:29. What was his PB going into this race?
I think it's 21. I'm not sure.
Man.
Hey, so hello, Stravos.
Hello.
Man, first off, awesome run. I mean, as soon as I saw you stop in that corner of Lake Kingdom, I was just thinking, he's not going for Lake Cliff. I know he's not going for it.
The early game was really clean. You made like no mistakes plus wooded.
Yeah, that's all I've been able to practice with my new controller, to be honest. So like I need to practice the mid game and end game a little bit more with my new controller, but I'm pretty comfortable with early games already. So that went just as expected. Everything went as expected, honestly. All my little mistakes, I knew they were gonna happen. I got the important stuff though, and that's what matters.
Are you happy with this run?
Yeah, for a race time, it's a really good time. I made way too many mistakes though, but as I said again, like I got the important stuff, and that's all that matters, really.
Yep, no deaths. I mean, no huge time losses. Now, you mentioned that new controller. Is it a new Pro controller, or like, what's the deal there?
Yeah, it's just a new controller. These sticks, they wear out really fast, so you got to get a new one. It's kind of a theme now for every GSA race. I buy a new controller before the race before the tournament starts. So I've been doing that for a while. It seems like a good strategy. Still got to get a little bit more used to it though.
It definitely worked for you this time, and those bumps can be really brutal on those sticks. I'm actually having to send mine in for repairs as we speak, so I feel you on that.
I think Sznoi can't really PB anymore. He's like 40 seconds behind after mech, but he can still save time and move. Yeah, I think he looks forward to PB.
But yeah, my PB was kind of dead even when entering Bowser's, but until then, like, PB was kind of alive. I needed to get a really good Bowser's and Moon, but I tried a fancy strat on the mech fight, and it didn't really pay off, so I just kind of relaxed a little bit, went for a swag strat on the Sphinx and Moon as well.
Yeah.
So lost even more time, but still, I believe a race record on GSA. So
We'll get to verifying that, but I definitely would not be surprised. I mean, it's an amazing time, that's for sure.
I think it's only like 10 seconds better, but yeah.
Well, thank you so much, both for the fantastic gameplay here, and for this interview. Robin, was there anything else you wanted to add while we still got him here?
No.
All right, thanks so much for your time, and I mean, just again, absolutely clean execution on the important stuff. I mean, Dram Strat, that setup was just so fast, just blinking in first person for just a quick second. And I mean, just everything so clean. What was going through your mind, though, during that Seaside Kingdom?
I knew the things that I failed on were probably gonna fail. I didn't get enough time to practice those middle kingdoms with this controller yet. I've been focusing on the early game because there's a lot of stuff going on in early game. Lot of hard tricks, a lot of things to practice. So I made that my priority so far. So now I got to get to the other kingdoms for next race.
Absolutely, but hey, I mean, that hard work in the early game definitely, like you said, paying off for you, and I think that's going to make a lot of your races a lot easier.
Yeah, that's kind of my strategy with races, is I want to go fast, but I focus more on consistently being, like, I choose the fastest strats that I can reasonably be consistent with, and that's what I like to do with all my runs, even in early game.
As long as that includes late clip, I mean, I'll still be watching in amazement. That's for sure.
That late clip was really good. First try.
Thanks. Well, I'm gonna step out then. Thanks everyone.
Thank you for stepping in.
Thank you for participating.
GG, Snowy.
And speaking of Snowy, he's entering that last little phase of the battle fight, entering his own escape. But you know what else you can escape from?
Mhm.
the monotony of not having a horse in the race by going to vi.gg and placing a bet. That way, you've got actual money on the line against your favorite runner. And I mean, like I said earlier, the odds are not in favor of the house. They don't take a very substantial cut at all. You're really only betting against other players, and so if you're looking at a match and you're saying, "Hey, this streamer, I know he's gonna have this in the bag," why not hop on over to vi.gg and, like I said, they have a £20 guarantee on that first bet. vi.gg/GSA.
Okay. So it's going into 2D section. I think he's going for 2D skip. Maybe not. Okay, he did not go for it.
Honestly, really wise. I wouldn't want to lose time on a failed escape here.
Yeah.
Having a bit of trouble breaking that block up there. Let's see
I'm
how
not
his
sure
choice-
if he doesn't know how to do it. Not one of it.
Still a solid showing.
Mm.
I mean, especially going up against someone like Stravos, who given us a nice little view of Toad in the Mushroom Kingdom, clapping away.
Okay, so I think he dropped like 32 fireballs there.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's just got one hit left on that first pillar, which is pretty well where you
I
want to
think it's 2, I'm not sure.
Nice quick second. Got a lot of meters in his way going into the third. Let's see that. I believe you're right with 2 fireballs. Out.
Okay, so he's barely missing one of. He's PBing there by about 2 seconds.
Very nice then. I mean, especially with some of the little bobbles earlier on in the
Hey, Sznoi.
I
Good
beat it.
luck on that PB. Good,
Yeah, I beat it
good luck.
31 seconds.
Good game.
Oh my gosh, I always get 1 on 129. Okay, I didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, how
but
are
I'm
you
happy
feeling
with it.
about that run?
I did my best. But it had a lot of mistakes. I can improve it, but
Yeah.
I love this run.
Obviously, having Stravos as an opponent is really tough. But
Yeah.
if he beat, that's good, I guess. Are you happy with that PB?
Yes, I am very happy with this PB. I can improve it though. Also, I think my stream went off for like a minute. Sorry about that.
It was during Ruined, I think.
That was my mistake. Sorry.
It's all okay. We got the vast
Yeah,
majority
you
on
just
stream.
can't. You just can't submit your PB, then I guess. I don't
Oh,
know.
I was recording it, so it's not a big deal.
Oh yeah, okay.
But yeah, it was a fun race. Like I enjoyed it, and hopefully I can play even better at the losers rounds.
Absolutely. And I mean, even though Strav was just pulling out a bunch of insane strats, you had a really solid showing in this race. I mean, definitely thanks for coming out and congratulations on that PB.
Thank you.
And I believe with that, unless you have something, Robin, don't exactly have any more questions for Snoz.
No.
Strav will be moving on in the primary bracket while Snoz will be moving into the secondary. Again, admirable showing from both of these guys today. Just insane run from Strav and very clean, nice performance from Sznoi. So, my name is Electric, and with my co commentator Robin, we hope you have a great day.